What's going on, Kentucky X-Files fans? Before this episode starts, I wanted to let you guys know that we never done a show from a location before, so there's a lot of sporadicness. So you're going to hear me chime in here and there to kind of let you know what is going on. And since, we we couldn't be in every room with cameras at the same time, the video is going to be kind of sporadic. You'll get some video and some audio and whatnot, and then I'll kind of chime in and let you know what you're about to hear or what's going on, So bear with us. We're trying to get better at this. Hope you enjoy the episode. It was pretty interesting. So here you go.
Welcome back, guys, to the Kentucky X-Files. We're finally on location, and we're going to go try to see what's going on in our friend's house right now. He's been having some weird things going on, so let's get into it, man.
Okay, so there's some stuff going on in the background here. For the listeners out there, Tyler's in isolation in the room with the spirit box. So you'll be able to hear a little bit of him in the background of this. We're out here in the dining room area with Scott. You guys will remember Scott from a few episodes back. Some developments have happened. He's been having some crazy activity here, and it's actually been affecting him. And I've expressed to these guys, it's not very often since I've known you that you've ever seemed as stressed out about something as this. So I could tell right away that you were actually affected, because I literally told them, I was like, yeah, it makes me worry a little bit, because I've never really heard him, talk like this before, So if you could, I would like to catch them up to what's been going on, and then we'll come around to what we're doing here tonight. Go with it. And it doesn't have to be nice and neat. This episode is whatever. We're just here to see if we can help, and like I said, just tell it, man.
Just tell them, what happened.
Just take it from the top, wherever you want to begin, wherever you're comfortable with, and we'll just go.
Well, we was sleeping in bed one night, and my girlfriend had a dream about some figure that was standing there in the corner, like I said, and it was looking at me, acting like it wanted me or something, and I'm sorry.
Lumpy.
But it started going towards her and held her down or whatever. And then acting like it wanted me, but it held her down, and she said that it tried to change itself into me, to where it looked like me. But then she said she knew in her mind it wasn't me. So it was like me rolling over or something, and then being on her or something like that. And then she knew that it wasn't, and it knew that she knew that it wasn't. And then it came out, you know, with this crazy laugh, she said, and then a grin. And was just smiling. And it was going, she said it was going towards me. It, you know, because she said it wanted me. And then I wake up. I sit like straight up. And then she said, you know, thank goodness you woke up, because you know, she's like, you know, it was really bad. I was like, what are you talking about, you know? But like I sit like straight up. It was just weird, just out of the dead sleep, just woke right up.
Right.
And then, you know, she told me about it and stuff, and I was like, wow. And then we couldn't sleep till morning, till daylight. I guess, you know, it was kind of like a comfort thing, you know, with the daylight being out, that, you know, you feel a little bit better. It's not as dark.
A few less shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say probably prior to 2 or 3 weeks before, you know, after she described to me what it was, you know, like a shadow figure, I seen the same exact thing standing in the corner of my room as well, from where she originally seen it, you know, from the beginning. And I wake up in a dead sleep, was sweating like crazy, and I feel like, you know, like I did, you know, when she what she was talking about. I sit straight up, and it was just standing there in the corner, but it was fully black, you know, no expressions, you know, no nothing, just standing there looking at me.
And then she was experiencing some other things happening to her physically,
Yeah, she get bruises in different places.
just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on her legs and arms and like thigh and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's weird. Last week we talked to someone else on the show who had a really similar situation,
Yeah.
eerily similar.
It was, it just flipped. It was the whatever it was after him and not her.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting. While you were talking, he's getting stuff happening. When you stop talking, nothing's happening. So that's why I'm sitting here like, and I can hear Tyler's reaction to it. He can't hear us out here, but I can hear him literally going. He's asking questions over and over again, and every time he gets something, he's like, "Hold on, what?" And he's reacting to it. So yeah, it's every time he asks if it's there, it's responding. So there should be some footage of whatever's going on with him also. So yeah, you said you had the feeling of dread,
Yeah,
but not in your stomach.
I get. It just feels like a heavy weight on me. I don't feel like myself at all.
Yeah. I know she said that earlier. You didn't feel like yourself. You felt like dread,
Yeah.
a knot in your stomach.
I have nothing to stress about at all.
Yeah.
The camera off.
Okay.
Sorry.
At this point, if you want to catch him up on it, I'm gonna borrow him, and if you're up for it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go try to have a conversation. You good with that? At this point, I go into the room with my son, and we have a conversation, which is very brief. As it progresses, though, I ended up salting the door, and the door, as soon as I did that, it started to react to it, and it almost seemed aggravated. But that's pretty much it. That's all that pretty much happened there. So we basically returned to the room, and then we just kept switching out people and seeing who would hear something. So it's okay. We're good right now. Nothing's going wrong. We're neutral. It knows we're here. We know it's here. We're all good. All right. All right. Let me know you can hear me. I don't care what you do or say. Thank you.
Keeps sounding like this woman responding. Was
That's,
it doing that when you were in there?
that's what it responded with, or what it sounded like it responded with when he said, "Are you a man or a woman?" It sounded like it said woman, but that's what kind of the voice sounded like. So
Yeah. Everything I'm hearing response-wise that I can hear clearly is a female's voice.
that makes sense.
All right, here's a little bit of my son going into the room by himself and basically having the whole evening's best conversations with whatever it is that was trying to talk.
Hello?
What happened?
It sounded like it told me to get out a lot.
Did you hear that?
Couldn't hear what it was saying, but he was responding to him.
Okay.
And when you first started talking, around like I think it was 1.8, 1.6, something like that. There was a real low rumble overtone, like something was breathing in that microphone.
I heard that, and I was like,
Here, you listen, and I'll go in there and sit down.
I guess we'll send you in by yourself.
It's like it sounded like it told me to get out. I was like, "Do you want me to get out?" And it sounded like it said yes.
I'm scared that we share Bubba.
Alright, so
You can tell you're a dad now.
I got all the mics turned down except for that room. So
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm gonna try to get it a little bit more aggressive.
how so?
I'm gonna talk mean to it.
I got 10%.
I'm gonna
Remember
give.
that sometimes
Can you get better on this?
I'm gonna give to it what it gives to me.
I would say more along the
How do I put
lines
this
that go towards the
they
Like-
feed off of negativity.
yeah. So I mean,
They-
if you're
they
gonna
try.
try to give it back, give it with like confidence. That don't give it like fear on the end of it.
No, it's
That's-
gonna be anger.
But that's what
That's what
it
makes
wants.
it
Like don't
stronger.
give it anger. Like anger is just as worse as fear
But I feel
because it's just once you.
I feel like if I did make it stronger, then maybe it would do more. Maybe the son of a bitch would prove itself to me.
But but we don't want that. We want it to just. We want it to suffocate itself. If it's here, and you show it that it's. I know it's going to be hard, especially with her being scared about it. But you gotta like let it ride. Like
Full battery.
show it that it's not. This is your house. Well, you live here. You have loved ones here. You're not going to take the shit.
It's you'd be better off just literally being like, what the fuck do you want?
Yeah, just cut it.
Let's just cut to the chase. They'll send you here. You know, and he's getting all kinds of shit.
It was talking to me a lot. I don't know if it was talking
It
to me.
talked to you more than it talked to
The
anybody else. to
bedroom
be honest.
activity
Because I'm a child.
is more in there than anywhere in this house.
We are getting pretty like late in the night too.
Yeah.
So
Couldn't
I
be getting
thi-
stronger.
Honestly, I'm thinking the witching hour
3.
would probably be the strongest.
It's so weird. Like, God, it's so weird.
And Josh is scaring it with his beard.
Too much hair in this house,
too
probably.
much salt in his beard.
Maybe that's why it talked to me. I don't have a beard.
I was like, that was clear.
Oh my god.
Cat is haunting your place.
Fuck me.
I don't know if this is needed. I'm gonna be really sad if mom.
Apparently, this ghost likes goats.
Do you like goats?
Yes.
I want to know what year it was born. You know, if it has a year.
2022. I just got here.
I'm just curious about this.
I got the one
Yeah.
right now.
It does it on the. It will do it on the thing.
Try it on one of those bulbs up there. This one's been acting screwy. I don't know if it's this one or I can't really see. Is it doing anything?
Yeah, it's supposed to pick up an electromagnetic field. So something like the fridge might do it. The microwave will do it. Holy shit. At this point, Josh was in the room and he's kind of talking to it or whatnot, and it sounded like the spirit told him to. I mean, you could hear in the audio that I'll actually laugh and react because I'm wearing headphones, listening to the mic in the room with him, and it almost sounds like it tells him to, you know, walk your path or walk your ass out of here or something like that. And he actually laughs about it as he comes back out. I heard it at the same time he did, so it was pretty wild.
Be scared. Just say something. Alright, fine. If you're not gonna talk, I'm gonna leave. Is that what you want? Did you just say walk your path? Alright. Did you hear that?
Shit.
What?
Did you say walk your path?
Jesus.
Something just fucking said something crazy to him. The fuck?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh my. Literally sound like it said like walk your ass out of here or something.
Yeah, it sounded like it said walk your path or something.
Oh my god.
That's weird.
Alright, Scott, get in there. Don't be angry with it.
Just be stern.
Be calm. Calm and assertive.
Hey, like you're disciplining your child. Just like cut the shit.
I had all the lights out, everything completely dark in there.
That's probably why I was talking to you. It said hello and it said hey.
Hey.
I was like, hi.
Yet.
I don't know. It's weird stuff though, that's for sure. We got 4 different channels, 2 hours each of audio to go back and listen to now and see if there's anything on
Really?
it. Yeah. Microphones everywhere.
Have you ever caught anything anywhere?
Years ago I've had weird things happen, you know, that I
Yeah.
couldn't explain. You know.
I've seen stuff happen, but you can't explain it, yeah.
No, it's, no, it's funny.
But we didn't get it on tape or nothing.
What kind of stuff?
Me and him went to that graveyard that one night, you know, right after his buddy died, and we were walking back to the car, and I think I fell down the hill, about broke my neck, slid, and
He's
but we
Chris
about,
Farley.
by the time we got in the car, there was all kinds of weird stuff happening. He said it sounded like music. I don't know, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I can't remember that much about it, but when I got in the car, I kept looking in the back seat.
Yeah, we both got a weird feeling like
Oh,
something's
man.
in the back seat.
And I don't usually get spooked, and it
Yeah.
spooked me.
Yeah, it is odd sometimes you get that, you know.
There was nobody around, and there was definitely noise.
Yeah. I was having a conversation like that today with a guy who was talking about he went up to this place up in Cincinnati and he said that his aunt was she was running this big. It was like a hall or something, and it had a stage, and she was up there painting the trim on the stage and trying to make it look nice again. And said that she went to get paint out of the tray, and every time she went to do it, the tray was moved. And he said he was sitting there and he wasn't really paying much attention, and she was like, she actually like, she was like, damn it. And he looked up and he's like, what's going on? And he just kept seeing her grab the tray and drag it back over to her and get some more paint and work on it again. And he said that the last thing he saw before he ran his ass out of there was she's sitting there painting and she goes like this and the tray goes whoop, and moves out of her reach. And she said, forget the name she said. It was like Wesley or something.
Yeah.
But she's like, damn it, Wesley, stop it. And he said, dude, I'm out of here. Bye. And he ran out.
That kind of stuff don't even bother me. I mean, if I see something move.
Yeah.
It happened over here in Wellsburg. This door you could not open.
It was in my
You
room.
had to pick it up and really work hard to open it.
Yeah.
And I walked in there after something and went, wee. And I grabbed it and picked it up and shut it.
No
And
kidding.
it didn't even make a noise when it opened.
And,
I don't know how it opened.
Wellsburg house was actually, it was one of the houses where I seen the lady sitting in the corner cross-legged. You know?
What's it called again?
Was it Tim?
Huh?
What's the place called?
Wellsburg.
Where's that at?
That's before
Down the road.
Augusta.
Okay.
Down
Down there
there.
near Locust Creek.
I don't know.
But, well, what happened that night?
Yeah, I heard Scott in there say, what the hell? And I started laughing.
Turned the light on.
I was laying in there awake in another room and I started laughing.
No kidding.
Yeah, she's sitting there in the corner of my room cross-legged. It's
Yeah.
so weird, man. Like
Norman's
every fucking,
mom died in that
everything
room.
that
I
I
was
s-
just about to say, it's like, are you sure it wasn't Tim?
everyone that I see for some reason is in the corner of my room.
Ghosts
It's weird.
like corners.
I guess I don't
They
know.
do.
Negative space. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember one fading into the corner and I was trying to get it, like make sense of it.
Tell it what it done. What it done.
Which one?
When you was a kid.
Oh, I don't hardly ever tell that. I was like, but I had really bad sleep apnea, so I don't know if it was brain damage or not. Because I've had brain damage my whole life.
Yeah.
But it was, of course, my daughter said she seen it too. But I felt cold hands on my neck, and I turned over, and there was an old man standing there, and his clothes was all shredded, and I could kind of see through him, and his clothes looked like they were blowing.
Yeah.
And he was still like this, and I got out of bed trying to scream, couldn't scream, I was a little kid. I
Wow.
backed him up to the corner, and then finally I was patting the wall. But my daughter said she seen him too, and he put his hands on her neck too. She was actually sitting on the toilet in the bathroom,
Oh
and
my
he
God.
did that to her, and then she seen him.
Place to get attacked.
And we didn't talk about it till later on in
That's
years,
good.
and
Yeah.
she started calling him Charlie,
Oh man.
just as a joke. But that was Leanne had seen that.
Which one's this one going
So
to?
you never know. There's a lot of weird stuff.
That was the one in the room.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, I was reading books on hypnotism, and that kind of got me in trouble. I
Yeah.
found some old books in an old chest and an old coal chute under a house that was way over 100 years old in Dayton, Kentucky. I was reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff started happening after that.
Really?
That opened the door.
Yeah.
It's funny, it's the first thing I looked for when I was downstairs was a coal chute.
There used to be a coal chute
Yeah.
down there. He patched it up.
I was looking
Yeah.
for it.
Yep.
Yeah, there did used to be one down there.
You know where the oil tank's at? It's right down that corner
But
back
you know,
there.
when we first went down there, that's the first place I went.
Yep.
Actually, I went down alone, didn't I? Because I went down to test the microphone.
Yeah. You did.
That's what I was looking for when I went down there, was coal chute. And I was like,
Yeah, there is coal chute. There used to be a big round furnace down there. This
like
house is pretty old,
It's
actually.
right in that corner there.
Well, there's a big round furnace, kind of set right where the other furnace did. I could see it on the ground, on the concrete.
There used to be a wall from the walk-in basement from the outside, right by the
Yeah,
cistern.
yeah, there used to be a set of steps and none
Because
in here. They
that was added on.
screwed it up. They screwed that up, and the bathroom vent, and
Yeah.
a lot of other things. And people don't know how to build.
Right.
You don't want a set of steps going down towards your chimney.
Right.
That's just messed up. And then the vent is normally supposed to be this round, and they reduced it down to like 1.5 inches pipe.
Oh, jeez.
Right there in the closet, you can see it.
No kidding.
There's a lot of stuff like that, you know, with houses.
Oh yeah, I definitely went through a bunch.
So this is a hobby for you guys, though.
Yeah, we got this little radio show kind of deal,
Yeah,
and we just talk about weird stuff, you know, that happens to people. We talk to people,
Yeah.
and when Scott was telling me like something weird been happening to him, I was
Yeah.
like, well, why don't we just come set up? And
I heard part of y'all's program. He played it for me.
yeah,
And I told him, I said, that reminds me of Art Bell, the guy I used to listen to many years ago. You guys sounded just like his program.
that is like probably one of the greatest compliments ever.
Yeah.
He doesn't show
love-
that guy.
I used to
Art
work
Bell.
at late, you know, driving home, and I'd listen to that all the time.
Man,
Wasn't he in the desert?
yep,
Wasn't he in the desert?
yeah.
That's the guy everybody models the Airstream trailer in the desert over.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was absolutely incredible. It was a good show because it literally he just listened to people's stories.
Yeah,
And
and
he
they
just-
talked about all that weird stuff.
Yeah, it was cool, and I thought that if we made our own, I was like, man, I'd like to have a little bit of Art Bell in there because
Yeah, well, you sound a lot like him.
No kidding.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
wow, dude, I feel like I just won, like I succeeded.
Yeah.
I can retire.
Yeah, I miss listening to Art Bell. It was always, you know, he had a son or something that committed suicide, or
Yeah, he had.
so it was kind of, things kind of ended up kind of tragic for him.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting us do this. It's still going right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's really good sound in this room.
I was gonna say it definitely sounds wonderful. Yeah, I appreciate you letting us do it. I told Scott, I'm like, man, just please make sure Papaw knows that, you know, we're
Yeah, well,
like we're gonna come over. And I just, you know,
I was taking a nap and he woke me up. Yeah. But yeah, you guys did remind me a lot of his program.
that's awesome, man. I really appreciate
'Cause I
it.
hadn't heard nothing like that in years.
Yeah. We've talked about a bunch of. Sometimes I think we goof off a little bit in some of our episodes where we're having fun, you know. But I know sometimes we'll talk to people, and you know, we try not to goof off when we're talking to people and let them just tell their thing, you know. And I don't know, you know.
You know, I'm a Bible believer, and you know, I don't necessarily believe some of the things that I've actually seen
Yeah,
when I was younger, because I can't explain it.
yeah,
But I do know there's a lot of strange stuff out there,
sure.
and you'd be crazy to say there's not.
You know, it's funny because like me, I'm kind of like I like to collect information from everywhere,
Yeah,
even the Bible.
yeah.
You know, I'm not a devoutly religious person, but a lot of the stuff people talk about in their stories,
Yeah.
there's still accounts of those same things happening in the Bible all throughout. You know, the Nephilim is a big deal. If you compare the Nephilim to the Sasquatch story, there's so many similarities that it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say like, well,
Well,
it's hard for me to say one thing is wrong and one thing is right, blah, blah. I'm like, man, I think we're all on the same path to the same,
well,
you know, or different paths to the same
I
solution.
believe in freedom. People ought to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah, me too.
I don't believe in trying to push anything on anybody.
Yeah,
But if I'm going to preach a sermon at church, I'm going to do it with all my heart.
absolutely.
But when I'm out among people, you know, I might say something, but not much. Because I don't believe in pushing it.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know, if I'm in church, I'm in that element. There's people there that wants that.
Yeah,
And I'm going to give them everything I can give them. Now, if I was out on the street and somebody asked me some serious questions, I would try to explain anything I could to them.
yeah,
But as far as getting out there and disrupting people, I don't believe in that. You know, I think if somebody wants to be whatever, they ought to be that.
I think that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's pretty much everything we got from this. We're working on a way to
basically compile all of the videos, maybe for the Patreon or YouTube members or something, I don't know, but we want to put all of the raw video up so everybody can kind of just go through it. And I would like to do something where I could put all of the audio up, so if any of you guys out there want to go through it and listen, and maybe you catch something that we didn't or anything. Fact of the matter is that we have too much stuff to process for one video. There's no way. So we have let's see, there was 4 microphones in the rooms, and we ran the recorder for probably a good 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So you times that by 4, that's how many hours of audio to go through. There's GoPro footage, there's footage from the Canon. I mean, there's too much. So we're working on it. We're going to get it all out there to you. A lot of the raw footage and raw files or whatnot. It might be long and boring, but if you're interested in this and you want to help out and take a look at it and see what maybe you find something we don't, like I said, then there you go. At this point in the video, basically, Scott's grandfather, who owns the house, actually had a great conversation with us and told us a little bit about, some of the histories and some of the things that he'd experienced, as a kid and growing up. So it was really interesting, and I thought it was a good way to end this episode. So, yeah, I know this is kind of different because you're used to having all 3 of us for the end, but like I said, when we were on location, we didn't really set up to do the show like we normally do, so it kind of just ends. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it, and we wanted to help Scott out and at least get in there and basically help him and just prove it. He's not crazy. He's going through something, and and I think we did. I don't know. I'm gonna check in with Scott hopefully this week and see if he's feeling any better about everything, and seeing how it went. So we're going to try to get Scott out to the next episode to hopefully kind of go over all this again and kind of hopefully put a cap on it, and I think the guys are pretty excited that going on location is definitely a fun way to do the show, and we would definitely like to add more of this as we go. So hopefully you guys like it, and let us know, like always, in the comments. Subscribe, share it, do what you do. You guys rule. So if you are you listening to us on one of the streaming services, hey, give us a rating. Give us 5 good big stars. Put one in there for yourself too. Just add an extra star. Give us 6 stars. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys take care of each other out there, all right?